Christ is often presented, especially in more simple-minded variants, and I'm not being pejorative about that precisely, as the ultimate in nice guys, but I don't think that that's true at all. Christ is often presented, especially in more simple-minded variants, and I'm not being pejorative about that precisely, as the ultimate in nice guys, but I don't think that that's true at all. That's a reasonable characterization at all if you read the gospel accounts, because he was someone who was certainly capable of saying very, very harsh things to people, and was also identified very strongly as a figure who was capable of using judgment and distinguishing between what was positive and what was negative, and that capacity for judgment is something quite different than the mere nice guy compassion that would be associated with high levels of trait agreeableness. So I think that the idea that the ideal that's put forward in the biblical writings is something like be harmless, I think that's a real misreading of the text. I also think that it's wrong, because harmless and good are not the same thing at all.
All right, shalom. All right, let me get straight into this lesson. But this is what the average so-called monkey-minded Christian have envisioned in their mind, right? That the Messiah first off was a so-called white man, and that he was a nice guy, that he loved everybody, all right? And that's tied into the personality he was given through so-called God, that he's good all the time, he loved everybody. He just waiting for you to get your stuff together and turn to him, which is nothing but a lie. It was all made up. These personalities, these personas, these identities was made up. You know what I'm saying? 1 second. But yeah, this is what you was given. And they lied to you about everything that you've been taught, especially dealing with the Bible in religion. It's all been a lie, right? So this is what our people have in their mental, right? When they close their eyes, right, and say their prayers, this guy to the left comes up in their imagination, their mind. And this is great witchcraft. And the characteristics of this so-called white man comes up in their mind as well. And that compels our people to go off. That compels them to stay in sin. That compels them not to hold themselves accountable. That if they knew the true nature of the Lord, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, they would fear him. Both of them, right? Because Yahweh Shai was a stern man. He wasn't about that BS that you people be on, right? And he was a so-called black man. And you could do your own homework, right? So you can figure this out. So let's go to the characteristics of Yahweh Shai. As you know, it's JC. All right, he was known as an austere man, right? So let's go. Matter of fact, I want to open up this. This is why you people literally don't understand, right? Let me go to this Psalms. You so-called white people, let me make this real clear to you. If you go back into the nation of Edom, if you descend from that nationality, all right, this is not your book. You're not the people. You can't use your so-called white supremacy anymore. It's over. The gig is up. Psalms 147 and 20. Matter of fact, let me go to pull up 19. Right. So listen up to this, right? A lot of our people really don't have the faculties to understand. But this doctrine and the understanding of this doctrine, which will be the truth, is only for the elect of the nation of Israel. Psalms 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, right? His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. So he made a covenant, right, with the nation of Israel, which today would be so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native American, and the scattered Israelites that look like the heathen, right? 20, he have not dealt so with any nation. So he ain't dealt with any other nation, right? So you so-called white people, this is not your book. You have no dealings with the Lord, right? You're completely delusional. It says, and for his judgments, they have not known them. That's another thing you people don't understand. You will talk on both sides of your mouth. You say so-called God is all in control, but you say that Satan does, was you get somebody get put to death, right? You say Satan did that, right? So that's not making sense. The Most High created Satan, right, to do his left side bidding. So the Most High is completely in control. You people contradict yourself a lot because you don't even know what you're saying. A lot of you people just need to slow down and process what you're saying, and you'll see that it don't even make sense. All right, let's go here. So you got this nice guy in your mind. That's why people are taken back from the way we come across, right? Because you've been presented this guy, right, through the means of the media, the books, the movies, right? Give me 1 second. All right. Matthew 10 and 34. And this red letter is coming from, as you know, it's JC, Jivas, this Yahweh Shai. It says, think not that I come to send peace on the earth. Right. So that's a cut on his personality that gave you with this character. It's no different than a movie you watch. This guy, Jesus, is a character. He's a cartoon character. He's not real. He's all in the so-called white man imagination. Right. And that's why the personality, the traits, and the characteristics don't line up to the Lord, because it's all fake. It says, think not that I have come to send peace on earth. Right. So that personality that you was presented right here, he just want to love you. It's all a lie. It's all witchcraft. This guy. Right. Let's go back here. I came not to send peace, but a sword. All right. I came not to send peace, but a sword. So this is a cut to the guy that they gave you named Jesus, right? This cuts that madness. All right, let's get more into it. That's why you other heathen nations have no dealing with this Bible. That's why you can't comprehend it. The Lord gave that ability to his people to be able to comprehend, the men in particular that's teaching this word. It's in Isaiah 63 and 1. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom? Edom is the so-called white man, right? With dyed garments from Basra. So this Babylon will be considered as the so-called white man throne, right? This way facilitates his military arm throughout the earth, that hammer. It says, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. So the Lord Yahweh was going to be returning to a world ruled by Edom, who's in control of everything, the so-called white man. And I dare anybody to dispute me on that. That makes that connection that the so-called white man is Edom. It says, in that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. He says, too, wherefore art thou red and thine apparel, right? Because this is a representation of the Lord coming back to slaughter, kill, right? To put judgments on you people. So that cuts that personality, that character that you was given. And thy garments like him that treaded the wine fat. So, all right, so the Lord was, matter of fact, let me just keep reading. It says, I have trodden the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I would tread them in my anger. So I thought so-called Jesus, as you know, is all about love, right? It says, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment, which this is representation towards him bringing that sword back, that death and destruction judgment facilitated from the Father, Yahweh. It says, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. So let me show you something real quick. So I can prove that this talking about the Messiah, right? This scripture, Isaiah 63 and 1. So there won't be no confusion. Right at the top. It says Isaiah 62, 1 through 5. Matter of fact, let me go back here real quick. 63, Salakia. 63 and 1 through 6. It says at the very top. It says fascinate. It says Isaiah 63 and 1 through 6 is fascinate back and forth conversation between the prophet Isaiah, watchman of the wall, and the Messiah. And the Messiah. It says the Spirit of God in some way has transported the prophet to a time future to himself, even future to today, Salakia. It says clearly Isaiah 63, 1 through 6 is a prophetic and eschatological, and is one of the most majestic, intriguing descriptions of the Messiah and his second coming. You hear this? So Yahweh Shai is coming back to put an end to this wickedness. He's not coming back right in the fashion that you think, right? Because you Christians are very delusional. You think because you got a water baptism that you saved and always saved. You don't even know what that means. You out of your mind. All right, let's go here. Because I want to do a 2-part on this lesson and go into something else. Give me 1 second. All right, Salaki, let me get back into this. So this Yahweh Shah was dealing with some of these wicked Pharisees and Sadducees. He pretty much cussed them out, right? So let's get to it. So he wasn't this nice guy, right, that you've been given in these movies, in these documentaries, in your books, right? That's all blasphemy of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. And the so-called white man put that witchcraft on your mind, right? Let me go here. I'm Salakia. Matthew 12. And let me start at 24. This is the book of Matthew 12 and 24. It says, but when the Pharisees heard it, they said, this fellow do not cast out devils, but a Beelzebul, the prince of the devils. 25. And Yahweh Shah knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. It says, in every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, so what you have to understand too, the word Satan just means adversary. So some cases is referring to men. All right. In some cases, it's referred to the spiritual demon Satan. He's been coined Satan, which the word Satan is mean adversary. You got to know the context. It says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? 27. And if I by Beelzebul cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore, there shall be your judges. Salaki, let me get 34. That's what I was looking for. It says, oh, generations of vipers. Now, that'd be like how Jake would call somebody a snake today. You snakes, right? That is something bad. You know, ain't nothing good. It says, oh, generation of vipers. How can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Right? 1 second. Let me jump down on that. 39. But he answered and said unto them, Yahweh Shah talking again, an evil and adulterous generation seek after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. Right? So he was dealing with some of the wicked Pharisees and Sadducees, right? And most of the time he was rebuking them, man, for their wickedness, because they was hypocrites and doing all kind of manner of wickedness, right? So Yahweh Shah didn't even come to save all his people, right? Eventually all the nation of Israel would benefit, but he only dealing with the elect. John 17 and 9. It says, I pray for them. I pray not for the world. So that's a cut to you Christians understanding that you think you have about John 3:16. You don't understand what words mean. It says, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. Right. So that's talking about the elect of the nation Israel. So he didn't come to save the whole world. Anybody that gets submerged underwater in a whole house called a Christian church, right? That's doing Christmas, that's doing Sunday worship, which is satanic, right? How's the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah dealing with that? That's madness. All right, let's go here. Because I wanted to go into some other stuff, but I'm just not going to have enough time. I think I'm going to do another lesson, right? Lord willing. But hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Hala Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakat Kwadash. Shalom.